Clemson and Duke. I'm glad we got a Monday night game here. Let me tell you, first of all, handicappers across the industry are going to be all over the Duke Blue Devils here in this one. My informal survey of reading the chat rooms of paid handicapping services across the internet show that the handicappers are preferring the Duke Blue Devils at nearly, I'd say, a 3-1 pace. So, please support them, buy their picks, buy my picks, get my pick for this game. But could save you a little groundwork here and tell you that Duke is going to be very popular at the window. Even more popular with handicappers is going to be the over. I'm showing handicappers strong here on the over. Maybe 90% of the handicappers that I've seen so far are taking the over in this game. Not sure why. You guys tell me here. Am I reading it wrong? I keep promising you I'll do the work today on the stats for how it worked out with the new rules. That is my bad. I really want to know that heading into next week. I kind of want to know it right this second, but not quite able to get that in. So, all right, Clemson. Look, for all their success, they still are an under 500 team against the spread in the last 3 years. They returned 15 starters. They've got a pretty, veteran-laden offensive line coming back. They're very inexperienced at quarterback, starting a sophomore with just one start under his belt. This is the role that you got to like Clemson in, usually is the road favorite role. They are 30-14 in conference as a road favorite over the last 5 years. Or I'm sorry, conference spread record over the last 5 years, 30-14 for Clemson. They're 13-8 against the spread on the road over the last 5 years. Duke, 9-4 last year. They've got the magic number. They've got 18 starters here back for the Blue Devils. They've got a big time veteran offensive line. They added 2 guys that were very strong, 1 AA offensive lineman. So they're building things there. They have a junior quarterback with a full season pretty much under his belt. And that never happens at Duke. Let me tell you. They seem to have a different quarterback every year, but this guy's been around for a year now. Blue Jays, Blue Devils, believe it or not, they're actually not that frequent of a home. Against some of these teams they are, but 13-8 against the spread as home dogs of late. And they were 6-2 against the spread in conference last season, and that had been a big problem for Duke in the years past. They had been getting blown out in conference games. Clemson's won 5 straight in the series, 10 of the last 11. Clemson's also covered 4 straight in the series. Last 2 trips here into Raleigh-Durham, Clemson has won 47-10 and 56-20. See what you guys in the chat have to say. This one opened as low as 9.5, and now we're looking at this double-digit spread here. Is Clemson just a public favorite? There's got to be some answers for Duke here, showing it maybe you've gone down to 12.5 at some spots, maybe 55. What do you guys have to say? Clemson, yeah, homesick, Thomas. I think maybe a little bit. First time ever out of my hometown in 54 years. So maybe just a little bit, but I don't know. It's not a big deal. Hey, you guys are my friends. Here's Verley on Clemson and Clyde on Clemson. Frankie will take the dog. Thank you, Verley. See you later. Appreciate you. Lucci says chat was all over Sanders. Yeah, hey, they, no doubt. No doubt they were yesterday. So I gave out the over on the show. And Mindy and I did agree that San Jose was the side. I like that quarterback, but talking about San Jose's quarterback, but I don't know. Yesterday I was talking about DJ a little bit, and I think the chat was a little bit down on DJ, and so I went with San Jose, and I'm actually high on DJ. But all right, I don't quite understand what this one though, Lucci. Favorite. You're going with the casino underdog. You're going against the casino. The job of the bookmaker is to try to balance his action on both sides, and he will adjust the point spread to try to it. Now, it's not always going to be that way. We know that. So here's over for Solo. Likes the over, huh? Rick likes the under. And Law Dog says, maybe take Duke up to 17. It's going to be, what is that one going to look like? Law Dog, I'm almost interested now because I want to kind of try to find my way on to Duke, but I may need a little bit more. If it's going down to 12 and right, I mean, I want at least 14 and a half. So if I'm going to take Duke, I'm going to have to buy points here. This total has kind of gone lower to a certain extent because the total itself was as high as 58, and yeah, we're looking at this 55. So if anything, if I talk about that total, I might be missing out on some of the move a little bit. All right, I'm calling up the books. It's going to give me a lot. I think I look at 7. I can't yet. Oh boy, I can't. I need further. I can get on Duke 14 and a half minus 160, so 17 and a half is going to be like 250 ish or so. Solo here says Duke plus those points. Lord Sports Clemson. Well, here's Daryl on Clemson. Clemson. There's some Clemson action. Jay Smoove says got it as a blowout here. I think there's going to be, Elko with Duke. Duke here. Thomas says it goes over 182. Thank you, Law Dog. Appreciate it. All right, you guys. In this one, for me, I'm gonna take the Duke Blue Devils, and I'll take them. And I'll just update it here. I'm giving it as free. I'm giving it as a free play here. I want more points with Duke. I'm gonna buy points with Duke. I'm even gonna penalize myself with Duke here just to make it a little bit tougher. I'm gonna call it 12 and a half. And take Duke. But listen to what I'm saying. I'm willing to take Duke, and I'm willing to buy some points here with Duke. I mean, I'm definitely going to want 2 touchdowns here in this one, probably 14, maybe 14 and a half. And I'm going to take Duke in this one. Everyone's on the over, and I'm not sure why. Look, I know there were some games with some big time scoring, but I think a lot of those games had to deal with the. Look, I'm not talking about Colorado and TCU. Colorado's going to have their own issues defensively. I mean, nobody's writing them into the national championship, especially with you have to play those road games in conference. All right.